There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, and yesterday you did circles. Today we have a quiz, but before we do the quiz, we'll do a short review to make sure we're good. After the review, you'll do the quiz. You can use your notes, you can use a calculator, but you do need to turn your desk for that. But first, let's do the review. So let me put up a question for you. Here we go. So here we have two questions. Okay, so looking at the first question, it says you need a little piece of graph paper. So you need one piece of graph paper. It's all you need, just one little piece of graph paper. So you should be able to find one somewhere in your notebook. If not, ask Mrs. Lee for a piece of graph paper. But you do need to do it neat. If you just scribble it, you're not going to be able to do this well. Because what you're going to do is you're going to graph this from yesterday. Okay, remember what that was? That's a circle. So you're going to graph a circle. And then this over here, this doesn't have anything fancy. I'm trying to get like an orange color. Nothing fancy, so that's probably just a straight line. And this is a circle. And we're going to say, where do they intersect? Okay, so where do they intersect? In other words, where do they touch? Where do they cross? Like two roads. I'm at the intersection. So where do they run into each other? And so you need to do it neatly on a piece of graph paper and find that special place. So maybe the line will go right on through and you could find these two little spots. And what's special about those, or maybe there's one spot, maybe the line just catches the edge, right? Maybe there's only one spot, or maybe the line just misses completely. But whatever that place is, if there's a place, that dot or dots will work in both equations, right? It'll work in both. So let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to go to my paper. I'm going to switch over, but this is where I'm going to show you the answer, but go ahead and try it. So you can ask Miss Lee, wait, pause the video. So maybe you need to pause it for a few minutes. And then when you guys are ready, say, okay, let's play the video and see the answer. So at any time you could pause. I'm actually going to show you my paper here for a moment, just to give you kind of an idea. If you're wait a minute, I can't see it. Don't worry, here it is. There's my question. Oops, I got a little bit of window shining in there, right on my paper. Okay, so I hit like that so you can see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so anytime, feel free to pause the video. Then when you're ready, just play the video again. Okay, I'm going to work these out. So hopefully you've tried it. If you're like not ready, just have the video paused. Okay, so the first one, I've got a circle. So let's find the center. So to find the center of the circle, zoom out just a little bit so you can see a little better. Here we go. The center, remember, look at this part and go, okay, it says -2, so I actually put +2. And this says +1, so I put -1. So let me find that right now. Over 2, down 1. There we go. I'll zoom in a little bigger there so we can see it a little better. Okay, so there's over 2, down 1. There's my center. And the radius, how big is this circle? See, that's 16. Remember, that's r squared. So what squared is 16? I'm like, okay, that'd be 4. So from this, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why it's important to have real graph paper for this one. You know, sometimes you don't need it, but for this, I do, because I'm trying to find where this will run into it. That's a good technique to make a nice circle. Okay, so now let's see, where does this run into it? So let's make a table. Some of you know some shortcuts. Okay, so let's see, let's plug in the easiest number in the world, 0. So I plug 0 in, -0 minus 3, that gives me -3. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's a dot. 0, -3, over 0, down 3. Okay, let's try 1. -1 minus 3. So put in 1. So -1 minus 3 is -4. So over 1 down 4. Let me do one more dot. Okay, let's put in 2. -2 minus 3 minus 5, -5. Over 2 down 5. Oh, wait, I just got an answer, didn't I? I just touched right there. Let's continue the graph. Let's continue the line. Okay, so don't just use a ruler and be messy. One dot box, one box, one box. So let's just go one more box. Let's go the other way. One box, one. Oh, touched it again. One box, one box, one box. I'm going to try to draw that line. There we go. Put my graph back the way it was. So actually, I've got 2 answers. Okay, and those answers are, we got an answer right here, an answer right here. So I got 2 -5 over 2 down 5. And I also got back 2 down 1. So I have 2 answers. So this is my answers. Those are my intersections. And these work in both. In fact, we already saw 2 works here, right? If you put in -2, let's see what we get. Minus a -2 minus 3. Negative becomes +2 minus 3 is -1. Yeah, there it is. And what if you put it up in here? Does it work? Do they work in here? Let's try this guy. If you put in -2 and -1, do you get, oops, I can't see it. Do you get 16 if you put that in there? -2 minus 2 is -4. -1 plus 1 is 0. -4 squared, a negative times a negative is a positive. 0 squared is 0, 16 plus 0. Hey, it is 16, isn't it? Yeah, that's a point on that circle. And likewise, you could try the 2 -5. Okay, so we found the 2 intersections. Yeah, be able to do that. Okay, one more review question. We'll go back and check out the other question. Okay, let's read this other one. And here's the other one. It says, graph this situation. Now this one, I don't need a piece of graph paper. You're just going to try to draw a picture. It says, Bob is going to run a race. The clock starts, but he decides to tie his shoe for 2 minutes. Okay, poor Bob. Then he starts to run slowly. At 10 minutes into the race, he stops for a 3-minute rest. He's tired again. Then he realizes he is in last place. So he runs very fast for the next 5 minutes to the finish line. Draw me this situation. Okay, and I'm going to move this down a little bit so we can see. So I'm going to write on the screen. So I'm going to make, let's make, we don't need real graph here. We just go like this. Okay. There's my graph. And on the bottom, time is always on the bottom. Okay, you always have time because time always goes forward. You can't stop time. And over here, how about we put his distance? I'm trying to write on the laptop screen, so it's not easy. So it might be kind of messy. And of course, here's 0 and 0. Okay, so what can you come up with? The clock starts, but he decides to tie his shoe for 2 minutes. So I'm going to put some times here. There's 2 minutes. And also at 10 minutes into the race, way over here is like 10. Okay. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? Okay, so the clock starts. Does he go anywhere? Let's get a color here. Okay, I'm going to make like a nice big color so we can see it. So bang, there's the clock. Run. Okay, what are you going to draw? Does he go anywhere? He decides to tie his shoe for 2 minutes. So the clock's ticking. I'm trying to draw here. His distance isn't changing at all, is it? At 2 minutes, he starts to run slowly. Okay, so he's going to make a low, trying to get this to draw. It's going slow. He's not going up. He's not going to go, woo, a big distance, is he? He's just going slow, slow, slow. He's not getting too far, is he? What happens at 10 minutes? Okay. At 10 minutes into the race, okay, here's where we're at. 10 minutes in the race, he stops again for 3 minutes. Okay, so let's see, let's go up to about 13's about right there. 10, 11, 12, 13. So is he going anywhere again? No, he's just going, no change. He's going to be flat right here. Okay, so this is level. So went up, and now that's completely flat. He's not going anywhere. He's just sitting there. Then he realizes he's in last place. So he runs very fast. So the last thing he does, I should even put this like in a color here. Okay, this is the part where he didn't do much, right? That's the part where he just stopped for 3 minutes. Okay, then the last thing he does, okay, down here, he realizes he's in last place. I'll put these like a little colors. There we go. That guy red. Okay, this guy green. Okay, I'm trying to make him green. There we go. Okay, and the last thing he does, he realizes last way he runs very fast for the next 5 minutes to finish line. For the next 5 minutes. So here's 18. And he's going to run really fast to that. So he's going to make a steep line running back. Boom, he's running very fast. So he's getting, whoops, I did that backwards. Okay, whoops. Finish line's back at the beginning. Okay, here's 18. And so he's going to run very fast. Woo, there he goes. Okay. If I went down, that means he went back to the start. If you put down, he went back to the beginning, he turned around. But now he's really far. I don't know how far he went. I don't know, 10 miles, who knows, right? Okay, so now he ran really fast. Whew, and he finally got to the end. Okay. And there's our graph. Okay, so it's quiz time. So that's it. We're done with the video. You guys can turn your desk and get started on the quiz. And that's it for today. Goodbye, guys. I'm gonna stop the video.